Have you ever wondered why love is both the most beautiful and the most confusing thing in life? Why do some relationships last forever, while others fall apart despite your best efforts? Attraction is not a mystery reserved for a lucky few. It is a powerful combination of qualities that any man can cultivate with intention and care. Women are drawn not just to appearances, but to the invisible signals a man sends through his confidence, his kindness, and the way he lives his life. If you have ever wondered how to become truly magnetic in a woman's eyes, not just noticed, but remembered, the answer lies within you. Here are 7 powerful ways to elevate your presence and become the man who naturally stands out without even trying. Welcome to the channel, Stoic Love Wisdom. This is where every story and every lesson about love will help you find the answer. Today, we will explore a new perspective on the topic, 7 ways to always be attractive in the eyes of women. This is real-life experience and profound lessons that will change the way you look at love. Stay with me, because the most surprising and interesting things are still waiting for you ahead. Before starting, find a quiet place, put on your headphones and relax your mind. Let the sharing in this video help you feel more fully and enjoy every meaningful moment. Are you ready to embark on this journey? Let's get started. Number 1. Always be confident without being arrogant. Confidence is magnetic. It draws people in without the need for loud declarations or exaggerated displays. Especially in the eyes of women, genuine confidence stands out far more than any boastful claim ever could. But there is a fine line between being confident and being arrogant, and mastering this balance can make all the difference in how attractive you appear. True confidence comes from self-assurance, not from the need to seek approval or validation. A confident man knows who he is. He understands his strengths without feeling the need to constantly remind others of them. He moves through life with a quiet certainty that is impossible to fake. This authenticity is what women find deeply attractive because it signals emotional maturity and inner stability. One of the easiest ways to project confidence is through your body language. How you carry yourself often speaks louder than your words. Standing tall, making steady eye contact, and maintaining relaxed but intentional movements convey that you are comfortable in your own skin. It tells the world that you do not need to prove your worth because you already believe in it. However, this must come from a place of calmness, not from a desire to dominate or intimidate others. Communication is another area where true confidence shines. A man who is genuinely confident listens more than he speaks. He is not afraid of silence, nor does he feel the need to fill every pause with self-praise. When he speaks, he does so thoughtfully, choosing his words with care. He does not try to impress by exaggerating stories or bragging about accomplishments. Instead, he shares his experiences with humility, letting his actions speak for themselves. A confident man also handles criticism and setbacks with grace. Rather than becoming defensive or angry when challenged, he remains composed. He sees feedback as an opportunity for growth, not as a personal attack. This resilience shows women that he is emotionally strong, someone who can weather life's storms without crumbling or lashing out. In contrast, arrogance often masks deep insecurity and is easily rattled by even the smallest threat. Arrogance repels because it is rooted in insecurity and fear. An arrogant man constantly seeks external validation. He needs others to recognize his worth because deep down, he is unsure of it himself. This desperation for approval can manifest as boastfulness, condescension, or dismissiveness toward others. Women are quick to sense this underlying insecurity, and it often makes them feel uneasy rather than attracted. One way to ensure that your confidence does not tip into arrogance is to practice gratitude and humility. Recognize that your achievements are meaningful, but also acknowledge the support, opportunities, and even luck that played a role in your journey. This perspective keeps you grounded. It reminds you that while you have much to be proud of, you are no better than anyone else. Humility amplifies confidence rather than diminishing it, making you even more appealing. Another important factor is how you treat others, especially those who cannot offer you anything in return. A truly confident man treats everyone with respect, from the CEO to the waiter at a restaurant. He does not feel the need to assert superiority or diminish others to feel better about himself. Instead, he lifts people up, recognizing their inherent worth regardless of their status or background. This kindness and respectfulness are powerful signals of authentic self-assurance. Confidence without arrogance also means being comfortable with vulnerability. It is the ability to admit when you do not know something, to apologize when you are wrong, and to seek help when you need it. Pretending to have all the answers or refusing to show any weakness is not strength, it is fear wearing a mask. True confidence embraces imperfection and understands that vulnerability is not a weakness but a profound form of courage. Self-awareness is the key to maintaining this balance. Regularly reflect on your actions, your words, and your motivations. Ask yourself whether you are seeking to serve your ego or to genuinely connect with others. Strive to act from a place of authenticity rather than from a need to impress. This level of honesty with yourself ensures that your confidence remains pure and that arrogance never takes root. In the end, women are not looking for perfection. They are not seeking a man who has all the answers or never makes mistakes. What truly captures their hearts is a man who is grounded, self-assured, and comfortable being himself. A man who can walk into a room without needing to be the loudest, yet somehow commands attention with his quiet strength. A man who respects others, owns his imperfections, and carries himself with unwavering grace. By cultivating real confidence without falling into the trap of arrogance, you do more than just attract attention. You inspire trust, admiration, and genuine affection. You become the kind of man who is not only noticed but remembered. And in a world full of noise and shallow displays, being genuinely confident is one of the rarest and most powerful traits you can possess. How do you feel after listening to what I have shared? Leave your comments below, I would love to know what you think. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. Thank you very much. Let's continue together. Number 2. Truly listen. Listening is an art. It is one of the simplest yet most profound ways to build connection, trust, and attraction. In a world where so many people are waiting to speak rather than truly listening, mastering this skill sets you apart in a powerful way. Especially with women, genuine listening is a language of love that speaks louder than grand gestures or eloquent speeches. To truly listen means to be fully present. It is not about hearing the words while your mind drifts elsewhere. It is about giving someone your undivided attention, showing through your eyes, your posture, and your responses that what they are saying matters to you. It is about entering their world, even if just for a moment, and seeing things through their perspective without judgment or interruption. When a man truly listens to a woman, he makes her feel valued. He makes her feel seen, heard, and important. These feelings are deeply emotional, and they forge a bond that surface-level conversation can never achieve. Most importantly, when a woman feels safe to express herself without fear of being dismissed or minimized, she naturally opens her heart more fully. Practicing true listening requires intention and discipline. It starts with silencing the inner dialogue that wants to judge, fix, or relate everything back to yourself. So often, when someone speaks, we immediately think about how it connects to our experiences or opinions. But true listening is about putting your own thoughts aside and focusing entirely on the speaker. Eye contact plays a critical role. When you look someone in the eyes as they speak, you convey respect and sincerity. However, eye contact must be warm and receptive, not intense or overwhelming. It should invite them to continue, not make them feel analyzed or scrutinized. A gentle nod, a soft smile, or an occasional, "I see," or "that makes sense," can encourage deeper sharing. Body language also communicates listening. Leaning slightly forward, keeping your body open, and avoiding distractions like checking your phone are all subtle but powerful signals. They tell the woman that at this moment, nothing is more important than hearing what she has to say. True listening also means responding thoughtfully. When she finishes speaking, instead of immediately giving advice or shifting the focus to yourself, reflect back what you heard. You might say, "It sounds like that was really frustrating for you," or "I can see why that made you happy." These kinds of reflections show that you are not just hearing words but understanding emotions. Resist the urge to fix problems unless she specifically asks for advice. Often, women do not want immediate solutions. They want empathy. They want someone to sit with them in their emotions for a while, to validate their feelings without rushing to move past them. Offering solutions too quickly can make her feel like her feelings are inconvenient or unwelcome. Another important aspect of true listening is patience. Sometimes, emotions are messy. Sometimes, people need time to find the right words. Silence can be uncomfortable, but in a real conversation, it is often necessary. Allowing pauses, giving space for her to gather her thoughts, shows that you are not in a hurry. It shows respect for her process. Listening also requires an open heart. It means being willing to hear things that may be uncomfortable or challenging without becoming defensive. If a woman shares something vulnerable or expresses a concern about the relationship, a confident man listens with curiosity rather than reacting with anger or denial. He seeks to understand before he seeks to be understood. True listening is not only about deep conversations. It is about noticing the small things too. Remembering her favorite coffee, recalling a story she told weeks ago, asking about something she mentioned in passing, these small acts demonstrate that you were truly paying attention. They make her feel cherished in a way that grand romantic gestures cannot replicate. Moreover, listening strengthens emotional intimacy. It builds a bridge between two hearts, allowing trust to flourish. In a relationship, when a woman knows she can talk to you without fear of judgment, dismissal, or neglect, she feels safer, more connected, and more deeply in love. Being a great listener does not mean you have to be perfect. You will sometimes get distracted or misunderstand. What matters is your genuine effort to improve and your sincere intention to be present. It is about caring enough to try, again and again. In a noisy world full of distractions, the man who can truly listen becomes unforgettable. He becomes a sanctuary, a safe place where a woman can be her authentic self. He stands out not because he speaks the loudest, but because he listens the deepest. He makes her feel that her voice matters, that her thoughts are important, and that she herself is worthy of being heard. Ultimately, true listening is an act of love. It is one of the most generous and powerful gifts you can offer, and it does not cost anything but your attention and heart. Mastering this art not only makes you more attractive in the eyes of women but also transforms all your relationships, making you a better partner, friend, and human being. If you are still watching this video, do not hesitate to comment, continue, to let me know. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comments section below. I look forward to hearing from you, and do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that I have more motivation to create more good and meaningful videos. Let's continue together. Number 3. Take care of your appearance, stay neat and presentable. First impressions matter more than we often realize. Before a single word is spoken, people make judgments based on appearance. It is not superficial, it is human nature. How you present yourself visually sends immediate signals about your self-respect, attention to detail, and even how you might treat others. For women, a man's appearance is not just about aesthetics. It reflects deeper traits like discipline, self-care, and emotional maturity. Taking care of your appearance does not mean you need to wear expensive brands or follow every trend. True attractiveness lies in being neat, clean, and intentional with how you present yourself. It is about respecting yourself enough to put effort into how you show up in the world. Start with grooming. Good hygiene is fundamental. Regular showers, clean nails, fresh breath, and well-groomed hair are basic yet crucial elements. Neglecting these small things sends a silent message that you do not value yourself or those around you. In contrast, a man who smells fresh, whose skin looks healthy, and who pays attention to his grooming instantly appears more confident, trustworthy, and approachable. Pay attention to your hairstyle and facial hair. These details can dramatically affect how polished you look. Choose a haircut that suits your face shape and lifestyle, and maintain it regularly. If you wear facial hair, keep it neat and intentional rather than messy and unkempt. Every detail communicates something about you before you even speak. Clothing is another powerful tool in shaping perception. Again, it is not about wearing designer labels. It is about fit, cleanliness, and appropriateness. Clothes that fit well can completely transform your appearance. They enhance your physique, project confidence, and show that you have a keen sense of self-awareness. Baggy, wrinkled, or outdated clothing, on the other hand, suggests a lack of care and attention. Understanding what suits your body type and your personal style is essential. Find colors that complement your skin tone. Choose pieces that highlight your strengths while maintaining comfort. Dressing well does not mean sacrificing authenticity, it means presenting the best version of yourself to the world. Shoes, often overlooked, are a crucial detail. Women notice shoes more than most men realize. Clean, appropriate footwear that matches your outfit elevates your entire look. Scuffed, dirty, or worn-out shoes can undermine even the most stylish outfit. Invest in a few good pairs that cover different occasions, and keep them polished and in good condition. Accessories also play a role. A classic watch, a simple belt, and well-chosen sunglasses can subtly enhance your style. The key is moderation. Over-accessorizing can come off as trying too hard. Instead, aim for a few thoughtful touches that reflect your personality without overwhelming your appearance. Beyond physical items, posture and movement contribute significantly to how you are perceived. Standing tall, walking with purpose, and moving gracefully all create an impression of strength and self-assurance. Slouching or dragging your feet conveys a lack of energy and enthusiasm. How you carry yourself is an extension of how you care for yourself. Taking care of your appearance also involves maintaining your physical health. A body that is cared for through regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and adequate rest naturally exudes vitality. You do not need to have a model physique to be attractive. What matters is that you take pride in maintaining your health and well-being. Women admire a man who respects his body because it reflects discipline, resilience, and self-love. Another subtle but important aspect is scent. A good cologne used in moderation can leave a lasting impression. Scents are closely tied to memory and emotion. Finding a fragrance that suits you and applying it sparingly can create an invisible aura of charm. However, be careful not to overdo it. The goal is to intrigue, not to overwhelm. Consistency is the real secret. Taking care of your appearance should not be reserved for special occasions. Make it a part of your daily life. The more consistent you are, the more natural and effortless it becomes. Over time, it stops feeling like an effort and starts feeling like an extension of who you are. Self-presentation is not vanity. It is a form of communication. It tells the world, without a word, how much you value yourself and others. A neat, presentable man signals that he is dependable, capable, and attentive. These are qualities that women not only find attractive but also associate with long-term potential. Importantly, taking care of your appearance boosts your own confidence. When you know you look your best, you carry yourself differently. You feel more prepared to face challenges, more comfortable in social settings, and more grounded in your own skin. This internal confidence then radiates outward, making you even more magnetic. Ultimately, Taking care of your appearance is an act of respect, for yourself, for those you encounter, and for the life you are building. It does not require perfection or endless hours in front of the mirror. It requires mindfulness, intention, and pride in who you are. When you consistently present yourself with care and attention, you not only become more attractive to women but also inspire yourself to rise higher in every area of life. You show the world that you are a man who values quality, effort, and authenticity. And that, more than any designer label or flashy trend, is what truly captivates. Number 4. Maintain calmness and emotional control. Calmness is a rare and powerful trait. In a world where emotional reactions often dominate, a man who can maintain his composure under pressure stands out effortlessly. For women, this kind of emotional strength is deeply attractive because it signals maturity, security, and leadership. It speaks volumes without needing a single word. Maintaining calmness does not mean suppressing emotions or pretending not to feel. It means mastering your emotions so that they serve you, rather than control you. It is about responding to situations thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. This emotional discipline reflects inner strength, and women intuitively sense and admire it. A calm man is a safe harbor in a storm. Life is unpredictable. There will be challenges, disagreements, and unexpected setbacks. A man who remains steady amidst chaos offers reassurance and stability. He becomes someone a woman can trust not only with her heart but also with her future. One of the clearest signs of emotional control is the ability to stay composed during conflict. Instead of raising his voice, throwing accusations, or storming off in anger, a calm man listens. He seeks to understand before he demands to be understood. Even when he disagrees, he maintains respect, both for himself and for the other person. This ability to manage tension gracefully turns arguments into opportunities for deeper connection rather than battles that drive people apart. Developing emotional control starts with self-awareness. You must learn to recognize your emotional triggers and patterns. When you feel anger, frustration, or fear rising, pause. Take a breath. Give yourself space to respond, not just react. Over time, this habit builds resilience. It trains your mind to stay steady even when circumstances try to shake you. Breathing deeply is one of the simplest yet most effective tools for maintaining calmness. When emotions surge, the body's natural response is to tighten, to prepare for a fight-or-flight reaction. Slow, conscious breathing sends a powerful signal to your nervous system that you are safe, that you are in control. It grounds you in the present moment and gives you back your clarity. Perspective is another critical tool. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every slight is a personal attack. Learning to see the bigger picture, to choose your battles wisely, is a sign of emotional intelligence. A man who can step back, assess a situation rationally, and act with wisdom rather than ego is rare and precious. Calmness also reflects a deep sense of self-confidence. A man who trusts himself does not need to prove anything to anyone. He does not panic under pressure because he knows he can handle whatever comes his way. He does not get defensive at every criticism because he is secure enough to evaluate it objectively. This silent, steady confidence is immensely attractive because it signals strength without aggression and authority without domination. Another important aspect of emotional control is patience. In relationships, patience is often tested. Misunderstandings occur. Expectations clash. Life throws unexpected curveballs. A man who can remain patient through these moments shows that he values the relationship more than his own temporary emotions. He understands that love is not just about passion but about perseverance, kindness, and grace under pressure. Maintaining calmness does not mean you should allow yourself to be disrespected or mistreated. Emotional control is not weakness. It is the ability to defend your boundaries firmly but respectfully. It is knowing when to walk away without drama, when to stand your ground without anger, and when to let go without resentment. This kind of strength is rare, and women instinctively respect and admire it. Calmness also allows for better communication. When you are calm, you can express yourself more clearly, listen more deeply, and find solutions more effectively. Emotional storms cloud judgment and distort perceptions. Calmness, on the other hand, brings clarity and precision. It transforms conversations from battlegrounds into bridges. Women are highly sensitive to emotional energy. They can quickly sense when a man is emotionally unstable, reactive, or volatile. Even if he hides it well at first, instability eventually surfaces and creates anxiety. In contrast, a man who consistently shows calmness becomes a source of peace. He makes a woman feel safe, cherished, and respected. This emotional sanctuary is one of the strongest bonds you can create. To cultivate this trait, practice mindfulness in your daily life. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Notice when your emotions rise and explore them rather than being consumed by them. Build habits that support inner peace, such as regular exercise, healthy sleep, and meaningful hobbies. Emotional control is not built overnight, but with consistent effort, it becomes second nature. Ultimately, a man who maintains calmness and emotional control is not only more attractive but also more powerful in every area of life. He is the leader in his own story, the master of his emotions, and the architect of his destiny. Women are naturally drawn to this rare combination of strength and serenity because it promises safety, depth, and enduring love. When you embody calmness, you do more than just stand out. You become unforgettable. You become the man who, in a noisy, reactive world, offers something priceless: peace. Number 5. Have clear life goals and personal passion. There is something profoundly attractive about a man who knows where he is going. A man with clear life goals and personal passions exudes a quiet, unshakable sense of purpose. He moves with intention, makes decisions with clarity, and lives with a vitality that is contagious. To women, this type of man is magnetic because he embodies direction, ambition, and a spirit that refuses to drift aimlessly through life. Clear goals give life structure and meaning. They shape your daily actions and decisions, guiding you steadily toward a future you have consciously chosen. When you have well-defined goals, you walk differently, speak differently, and carry yourself differently. There is a fire in your eyes and a steadiness in your step that women instinctively notice and admire. Having personal passions adds even more depth to your character. Passion breathes life into your existence. It shows that you are connected to something greater than mere survival or material gain. Whether it is a passion for your career, a hobby, a cause, or a craft, engaging in something you truly love demonstrates emotional richness and authenticity. It signals that you are not just existing, you are living fully. Goals and passions are interconnected. Your passion often fuels your goals, while your goals provide structure to your passion. Together, they create a dynamic life force that makes you more than just another face in the crowd. They make you unforgettable. When a man talks about his dreams, his projects, or his missions with genuine enthusiasm, his energy is infectious. His eyes light up, his voice gains strength, and his entire presence becomes more vibrant. This vitality is incredibly attractive because it suggests a future filled with excitement, growth, and fulfillment. Women are drawn to men who have a sense of mission not because they expect to be part of that mission immediately, but because they feel the gravitational pull of a life that is moving forward. They sense that by being with such a man, their own lives will be enriched, expanded, and inspired. However, having clear goals is not just about ambition. It is also about balance. A truly attractive man knows how to pursue his goals with focus while still making space for relationships, growth, and joy. He does not become so obsessed with achievement that he neglects the human side of life. Instead, he integrates ambition with compassion, drive with gratitude, and focus with flexibility. Setting clear goals requires self-awareness. You must ask yourself who you want to become, what legacy you want to leave, and what impact you want to make. Vague wishes are not enough. True goals are specific, measurable, and aligned with your deepest values. They challenge you to stretch, to evolve, and to become the best version of yourself. Equally important is the willingness to pursue those goals with persistence and adaptability. Life will inevitably throw obstacles in your path. A man with clear goals does not crumble at the first sign of difficulty. He adjusts, he recalibrates, and he keeps moving forward. His resilience, fueled by passion, makes him unstoppable. This kind of inner strength is not only admirable but deeply reassuring to those around him. Personal passion adds color and texture to your life story. It makes you interesting, dynamic, and inspiring. A man who can lose himself in painting, music, martial arts, entrepreneurship, or any heartfelt pursuit shows that he has a rich inner world. He is not dependent on others for his sense of fulfillment. He brings fullness into a relationship rather than seeking to be completed by one. Women appreciate men who have a life beyond the relationship because it creates a healthy dynamic. It prevents neediness, which is often a silent killer of attraction. When you have your own dreams to chase, your own mountains to climb, you project independence and strength. You are with her because you choose to be, not because you need to be. This distinction creates a powerful attraction based on mutual respect and genuine desire. Moreover, goals and passions infuse your conversations with depth and enthusiasm. When you talk about your projects, your travels, your aspirations, you naturally engage others. You invite her into a life that is rich, meaningful, and full of promise. You become a source of inspiration, not just a romantic partner. To cultivate clear goals and passions, start by exploring your interests deeply. Invest time in discovering what truly lights you up. Write down your visions for the future. Break them into achievable steps. Celebrate your progress along the way, and stay connected to the emotional reasons behind your ambitions. Passion without action is daydreaming. Goals without passion are empty tasks. The fusion of the two creates a powerful life force that shapes not only your destiny but also the quality of your relationships. In the end, a man with clear life goals and personal passions offers something rare and valuable. He offers a shared journey rather than just a shared existence. He invites a woman to walk beside him on a path of purpose, growth, and adventure. And that invitation is one of the most beautiful and irresistible things in the world. Number 6. Treat others kindly and respectfully. Kindness and respect are not just virtues, they are reflections of deep inner strength. A man who treats others with genuine kindness and respect stands out in any crowd. To women, this quality is not only attractive but essential. It signals emotional intelligence, maturity, and a heart capable of true connection and enduring love. True kindness is not performative. It is not about doing good deeds to receive praise or admiration. It is about recognizing the inherent worth of every person you encounter and choosing to honor that worth through your words and actions. A kind man does not discriminate based on status, beauty, or what someone can offer him. He treats the waitress with the same warmth he offers a CEO. He respects the janitor as much as he respects a celebrated figure. This consistency reveals the truth of his character. Respect flows naturally from kindness. It is about valuing the experiences, perspectives, and dignity of others, even when they differ from your own. It is about listening without interrupting, disagreeing without demeaning, and standing firm without being cruel. A respectful man does not belittle to feel superior. He does not mock, condescend, or use sarcasm as a weapon. Instead, he uplifts, encourages, and brings out the best in those around him. In romantic relationships, kindness and respect are the foundation of trust. They create an environment where a woman feels safe to be her authentic self. She does not have to fear ridicule, judgment, or emotional harm. She knows that even in moments of conflict, she will be met with patience, understanding, and compassion. This emotional safety is far more seductive than any grand romantic gesture. It is the soil in which real love grows. One of the most powerful expressions of kindness is the willingness to see beyond yourself. It is easy to be kind when it is convenient. True kindness reveals itself when it requires effort, sacrifice, or patience. It is staying calm when someone else is rude. It is offering support when there is nothing to gain. It is choosing empathy over indifference. Respect in action means honoring boundaries, both your own and others. It means recognizing that every person has the right to their own thoughts, feelings, and choices. In relationships, respect manifests as giving space when needed, listening to understand rather than to reply, and never coercing or manipulating for personal gain. It is about loving someone for who they are, not for who you want them to be. Kindness also extends to how you speak about others when they are not present. Gossip, criticism, and negativity reveal a lack of inner confidence. Speaking positively, defending the absent, and refusing to engage in petty conversations demonstrate strength of character. Women notice these subtleties. They recognize the man who builds others up rather than tearing them down, and they are drawn to him naturally. Moreover, kindness and respect make you a leader in every area of life. In your friendships, in your work, in your community, people will trust and admire you. You will attract opportunities, allies, and genuine relationships because people want to be around those who make them feel valued and respected. Kindness is not weakness. It is one of the most powerful currencies you can possess. It is important to note that true kindness is not about being a people pleaser. You do not have to agree with everyone, say yes to everything, or sacrifice your own needs to be kind. In fact, real kindness sometimes involves saying no with compassion, setting healthy boundaries, and standing up for what is right. It is about being firm without being harsh, assertive without being aggressive, and honest without being cruel. Kindness and respect also include how you treat yourself. Self-respect sets the tone for how you treat others and how others treat you. When you honor your own boundaries, care for your own well-being, and pursue your own growth, you model the behavior you expect from the world. You show that kindness is not about self-erasure, but about creating a life rooted in dignity and love. A man who treats others with consistent kindness and respect radiates a rare kind of beauty. His presence feels safe, warm, and uplifting. He is the kind of man people feel better around, the kind of man whose absence leaves a palpable void. In the eyes of women, this depth of character is irresistibly attractive because it promises a relationship built not on superficial charm, but on enduring values. In the end, treating others kindly and respectfully is not just about winning affection or admiration. It is about becoming the kind of man who leaves every place and every person a little better than he found them. It is about living in a way that reflects the highest version of yourself, not for applause, but because it is simply who you are. When you embody kindness and respect, you do more than just attract women. You inspire them. You make them believe in the goodness of people. You awaken hope, trust, and love. And in a world that can often be harsh and cynical, being that kind of man is not just attractive, it is heroic. Number 7. Maintain humor and positive energy. Humor and positive energy are two of the most powerful forces of attraction. A man who can bring laughter, lightness, and optimism into the lives of others creates an emotional experience that people naturally want to be part of. For women especially, humor and positivity are irresistible because they represent emotional strength, resilience, and the ability to create joy even in a challenging world. Humor is not just about telling jokes. It is about seeing life from a lighter perspective, about finding reasons to smile even when circumstances are tough. It is the ability to laugh at yourself, to disarm tension with wit, and to transform ordinary moments into memories. Humor shows emotional intelligence because it requires timing, sensitivity, and empathy. It draws people closer because laughter is a universal language of connection. A man with a good sense of humor shows that he does not take himself too seriously. He can admit his mistakes with a smile. He can tease playfully without hurting. He can navigate awkward moments with grace rather than discomfort. This lightheartedness makes him easy to be around, creating a sense of comfort and safety that women deeply appreciate. Positive energy is closely linked to humor but goes even deeper. Positive energy is a state of being. It is an attitude of hope, enthusiasm, and gratitude that colors how you see and interact with the world. A man with positive energy walks into a room and lifts it. His presence makes others feel better, not because he is trying to impress them, but because his inner light shines naturally. Maintaining humor and positive energy, however, does not mean being fake or naive. It does not mean ignoring difficulties or pretending that everything is perfect. True positivity acknowledges challenges but chooses to focus on solutions rather than problems. It recognizes pain but chooses to nurture hope. It accepts setbacks but refuses to be defeated by them. In relationships, humor and positivity are essential ingredients for long-term happiness. Infatuation may spark a romance, but laughter sustains it. When two people can laugh together, they bond at a deeper level. Shared humor creates inside jokes, lightens conflicts, and builds a private world of joy between partners. It turns the mundane into the memorable and strengthens intimacy in subtle, powerful ways. A man with positive energy becomes a source of strength for the woman he loves. When life gets hard, as it inevitably does, she knows she can turn to him not for empty reassurances, but for real encouragement. His optimism is not blind, it is rooted in resilience. His humor is not superficial, it is an act of love that keeps the darkness at bay. To cultivate humor, start by not taking yourself too seriously. Be willing to laugh at your mistakes. Find amusement in the absurdities of life. Humor is everywhere if you are willing to see it. Practice playful banter. Learn to tell stories with a sparkle in your eye. Pay attention to what makes others laugh and nurture that gift. Developing positive energy requires intentional habits. Gratitude is one of the most powerful. Taking time each day to appreciate what is good in your life shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Surround yourself with positive influences, people, books, experiences, that nourish your spirit rather than drain it. Take care of your body because physical well-being profoundly affects emotional resilience. Protect your positive energy by setting boundaries with negativity. It is not your job to fix everyone or to absorb the pessimism of the world. You can be compassionate without sacrificing your joy. Guard your mindset fiercely because it is the foundation of your presence and the gift you bring to others. Importantly, balance humor with sensitivity. Humor should never come at the expense of others' dignity. Sarcasm, cruel jokes, or humor that mocks and belittles are not attractive. True humor uplifts. It makes people feel included, not isolated. It makes people feel more human, not less. Women notice and remember how a man makes them feel. A man who makes a woman feel joyful, who brings laughter into her days, who offers hope when she feels discouraged, leaves an imprint on her heart that is lasting and profound. Physical appearance may catch attention, but emotional experience captures devotion. Maintaining humor and positive energy also benefits you deeply. It makes you more resilient to stress, more creative in problem solving, and more magnetic in all your interactions. It attracts opportunities, friendships, and respect because people are naturally drawn to those who uplift them rather than weigh them down. In the end, a man who can maintain humor and positive energy is a rare and precious presence in a world that often feels heavy and uncertain. He is a beacon of hope, a reminder that joy is possible even amidst struggle. He is the kind of man women do not just want to date, they want to build a life with. By cultivating this spirit within yourself, you not only become more attractive, you become more alive. You create a life rich in laughter, love, and endless possibility. And there is nothing more powerful, more inspiring, or more magnetic than a man who knows how to live with joy. Conclusion. True attraction goes far beyond looks or temporary charm. It is rooted in the invisible qualities that women deeply sense and value: confidence without arrogance, the ability to truly listen, a neat and intentional appearance, emotional control, clear life goals, genuine kindness, and a spirit of humor and positivity. These are not tricks or superficial tactics. They are reflections of a man who has invested in himself, who lives with purpose, and who carries a deep respect for life and for others. Each of these qualities tells a story without needing words. They signal strength, emotional maturity, and an unshakable sense of self. When you embody them, you do more than attract attention, you build meaningful, lasting connections. You become the kind of man who stands out not because he demands to be noticed, but because he naturally inspires admiration and affection. Remember, being truly attractive is not about impressing everyone you meet. It is about becoming the best version of yourself for your own fulfillment first. When you live with authenticity, strength, and kindness, attraction is no longer something you chase, it becomes something you effortlessly radiate. Commit to this journey of self-mastery. Not for validation, not for approval, but because you deserve to live as the most powerful, alive, and genuine version of yourself. The right people, including the right woman, will be drawn to that light, and they will stay, not because you convinced them to, but because your presence feels like home. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. Hopefully the sharing about love and lessons from this video will help you have new thoughts and find empathy. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and share it with those around you. Each of us has our own stories about love, and I'm happy to explore them with you. See you in the next videos. Wish you a wonderful and loving day.